guys, I'm Amy, and you've landed on Belle Loves Bargains. That's my cow Effingham, and sometimes he co-hosts with me. He's got a lot to say. This channel is Dollar Tree, and only Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.25, people. So stick around, consider subscribing, and don't forget to give me that big thumbs up. And if you want to know more about the 4 uploads I do every week, just check out the description box for more information. Enjoy! Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
But it's raining.
It is raining. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. I like this part the best. In the meadow you can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married?
No.
It's are you married, by the way.
Already married.
He'll say, are you married? We'll say, yes,
No,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But you can do the job when you're in town. What is a snowman supposed to marry him?
I don't know.
Parson Brown. See, because I think Parson is a priest, right? Is that right, you guys? I think we had this discussion last year too, and I still don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Hey, good morning, you guys. I'm Amy. Welcome to Belle Loves Bargains. So today is a really fun day because it's a twofer. It's day number 12 of my 25 straight days of Christmas. And oh my gosh, I just realized my light isn't on. I'm sure I look really dark. Ah, my light's busted. Hold. I don't know if that's any better or not. Jeez, it's dark this morning. It's raining outside. Okay, ready? So you guys, it's day number, I don't know where I was now. It's day number 12 of the 25 straight days of Christmas, and it's a challenge, so it's a twofer. So today's challenge is recreation inspiration. I'm going to show you a picture of this challenge. And so it's an open challenge, and it's see one, do one, teach one. So it's where you pick another crafter and you highlight what they've done. But this is hosted by Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, and also from Crafty Art Shack. And both of those channels are going to be listed down below. Please, I always encourage you guys, go check out the people that do the challenges, because it's a lot of work to put a challenge on. And so we really, really, really appreciate those challenges that us crafters can get into. Okay, but also, so part of today is that I had to pick a creator as my inspiration to copy. So right now, I have to look her up because I wasn't ready. Hold. Anyway, it's CJ DIY, and I know it says subscribe here, but I'm signed out of YouTube on this iPad right now, so I am subscribed to her channel. Have been for quite a while now. I'm going to put her channel link down below, and also link the 3 videos that I copied, or recreated. Copied. Isn't that the best form of a compliment? Anyway, so I'm super excited about this. I love CJ. She always goes, hello, darlings. I love her. And she is so nice on all of the Instagram chats and everything. She's always helping everybody, telling them, no, this is what you need to do this is how you use iMovie for this, and this is how. She's a very, very, very helpful, and apparently a very good baker, I guess. So anyway, that part I don't know about her, but somebody was mentioning that the other day. So there's a couple of videos that she has that has some of the desserts that she's made. Okay, anyway, so she's just adorable and sweet. My light just went out again. We can't get it to work. It needs to be charged, you guys, and you can't plug it in and charge it without the charge cord won't fit on there when it's does that make sense? It doesn't. Never mind. Okay, well, hold on. Let me just show you the things no, I have to show you here how I made them. Hold. It's just one of those mornings. Okay, so let me show you the 3 things that I made that were inspired by her. So I have pictures in my video that show what she made. Man, I worked so hard to get all this done, and now I'm like here. Okay. Here we go. So this is what made, and she did the like a bow for her lights outside, and it was so pretty. I thought it was such a good idea, and I have two as well. I only made one this morning because I didn't have enough supplies to make the two, but look how pretty that is. And so I took what she made, gave it a little bit of a twist, and did mine this way. So the reason that I changed it up some was that the buffalo check doesn't work on the outside for me, for my house. So I had to go with more whimsical, but I love the snowballs that she put in there. And so I copied that one. Thanks, C. I appreciate that. And I'll talk a little bit more about what I did. Hold on. We got to go. Oh, I'm so ill-prepared. So then she did this really beautiful, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a large round sign, and she used the gift bags, which I bought some gift bags, and I said when I bought them, I was like, this would be so cool to do on ornaments. And then see creators often think the same things. And so I didn't have any large rounds, but what I did have was small ones. And so I made two doing exactly what she did, which was to use the gift bags on them. And I double-sided them like this. And I just think they're so cute. You guys can watch the video to see how I made all these. I'm not going to go into it too much, but you can see she went with gold. And when I watched her video, I messaged her and I said, you make me want to use gold. But I didn't have the gold bags, and so I just used what I had. And these are super, super, they just look like great big shiny ornaments, don't they? Just like, you know, you would buy. Okay, and then the final one that I copied that she did was, she did this, it was like a great big window pane thing. It was so cool. And she broke one of the glass in it. And so she had to create on the fly. And she ended up doing this one panel of her window thing was with the skates, the wooden skates. And it was so cool and so pretty. And I was like, oh, yeah, what a great idea. And she used the faux leather, the black faux leather to cover the skate. And I just thought it was so cute. So, see, you inspired me to do my skates, and this is what I did. So I took a little twist on it, and I actually put lace on there, and whatever, you guys can see in the video how I made these. I'm not even gonna go into it, but it is faux leather here. All right, let's watch how I made them. Hold on. Okay, I have a tree, and I'm going to make a swag. And I'm not exactly sure what colors I'm going to use yet. I don't need these. Those are going bye-bye. And what I'm going to do is just floof out my tree, and it's going to be a swag that's going to hang from here. I don't think this... Oh, that does come off. I don't think I need that. Oh, maybe I do need that. No, I'm not sure. Anyway, okay. So I'm just going to fluff it out. And I'm bringing it all to one side because it's going to hang. Yeah, kind of like this. And then Uh-oh, we lost one. Great. Not enough of them on here as it is. So we'll just go in there and twist it back onto one. So anyway, okay. So there, I've got them all sort of coming to the front side. Filling it in. And then we're just gonna start like decorating it. So you notice I'm kind of like bending my branches a little bit just to give them a little bit more of a natural look. I mean, I know this isn't gonna look like real tree, but I can at least help it a little bit. So just by giving them a little bit of bending here and there, you help it fill it out a little bit and also make it look more natural. Okay. Now I got to decide how I'm going to decorate it. Well, we're going to start with ribbon. So I went pretty traditional on the colors. So this obviously is a satin red. And I believe I ended up doing 4 loops on each side of that bow and some tails. And then there was a little bit left over, so I ended up using the whole roll because what I cut off at the end, I used to tie it all together in the center there. And then took the very colorful traditional green and red and white Merry Christmas ribbon. I did 3 loops on each side, so I ended up having 7 loops total and knotted that together using that piece that I'd cut off. And then dovetailed my ends, of course, and not really, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, I'm not super particular about the length because I know I can trim it up once it's on there. And I thought about running the other ribbon over the center. It just didn't look right. It's too thick. This ribbon's too thick to do that in the center, especially with so many loops to this. And then jute twine just to tie it to the back there, and I'm just tying it at the very top of where the greenery starts. And then just playing with my ribbons to get them shaped. See, I have to cut that tail down just a little bit. It was a little too long. And I do 1 little dot of hot glue here to keep that one right there. Sometimes just the twist in the ribbon when you've created it just won't let it sit right. Okay, so these have 3 of these like snowballs on them. So I wanted to separate them because I'm going to get as much decoration out of these as I can. And I do that by twisting the stick on it. And then see, that becomes part of it. Again, makes it really whimsical. I do a lot of this, you guys. You should be used to it by now. So I'm just twisting those ends on a pencil, and see, it just adds like another part to the decoration, so you get more for your money this way. I did throw a snowball in the center of the bow, which is, I believe, exactly what C did, and I like that. So I'm recreating, so I might as well recreate what she did. And then just playing with my snowballs going around here. Okay, so after I got those in, though, I was really thinking that it missed something. It was missing something. And I don't hot glue all of these down. Some of them I could just twist onto a branch. The advantage in not hot gluing things down is that you can move them around later if you want. And I'm using very small amounts of hot glue, if you notice there. Okay, so I get it all in there, and I'm thinking, I do think that it missed something. So I got the frosted red berries, which I love these, and that just brought some red down into the bow, is what I'm calling this, bow. Okay, and then take 1 piece of greenery from that package of greenery that you get at Dollar Tree, twist it to the back, and then I wrap it around and cover up the trunk of this tree, technically, right? And twist it all the way down to cover that, and then loop it at the top, and I hot glued it into the well, it's like a pipe or something that it's made anyway. So that's it, and then it can hang. This is very cute. Not what I would say pretty, but it's cute. I hope you guys like it as well. Okay, so here's the skates, and I am going to recreate these using the faux white leather, the Chanel yarn, some of the base filler sparkly things, and some jingle bells, and something for fur up here. I gotta go find that. And then a couple other things. But let's get going. And here it is, folks. Is this the debut of my heat gun? I can't remember. Or have you guys seen it before? Anyway, it's my heat gun. It's my heat gun. And I'm just heating it up because I want to get those snowflakes off in one piece so I can, of course, reuse them. And I do. I get them off. Also, I'm going to pop off the top up there, the capper on the skates. So I get all those off, and then I start doing my coloring using a black Sharpie to do what would be the sole of the skate, and I go all the way around to the backside. So I don't completely complete the backside, but I finish it off enough so that it's nice on the backside. I guess that's how I would say it. I use the markers on the backside, and I use white shoe polish to fill in the back. Anyway, you'll see as the project goes along. Okay, then my silver marker to do the skate part. And of course I'm coloring all the sides of the wood and everything. We want this completed. And I do it on both skates. I just show you on one, but I do it on both skates. Front and back. Now, what do I do next? I can't remember. Do I get my shoe polish out? I do. So I get the white shoe polish out, get it going. Sometimes it takes a while to get this shoe polish going. And why am I using the white shoe polish? Because I don't want a white, stark white coverage. I almost want like a whitewash cover on these stars because I'm going to put them on white. So I really want them still to have their shape show up and everything else like that. And then on the part where you would lace up the skate, I'm whitewashing that as well. I don't want it wood, but I also don't want it stark white, and I'm not going to put the leather on this part. So now I go to cutting out my faux leather, and so I cut one out, and then I have to just sort of put it on an eyeball and trim it down because I want to make sure that the sole shows of the boots, and I also want to make sure that the lace-up part shows. So I just keep doing a little trimming, and eyeballing it and trimming it and eyeballing it and trimming it and getting it to where it's covering it up. And I notice there's a couple of spots where the might show through, so I put a little extra black on there. In the end, it comes out really, really well. And then what I do is, I'm so silly, is I forgot to flip it over and use it as a template. So I glue it down, and then I have to cut a whole nother one out instead of using it as a template. I felt sort of silly, but that's kind of the way it goes. So again, this is just a lot of eyeballing and trimming. I use a tacky glue to put it down with, which of course works really well. And then I still have some hangovers on the sides, so I flip it over, get my cutting board out, and trim it up with an X-Acto knife. And now it's like, it's on there perfect. And I'm doing whitewashing on the back of this and on all of the sides so that it is finished off. And then I go to do the other side, which again, I don't know why I film all this because you guys have already seen this once, but I forgot to use my template. So again, I'm going to eyeball this and get it on there as best as I can. I probably didn't need to film this, sorry guys. So just a lot of trimming. Using a pencil, by the way, pencil works great because you can erase it off of this faux leather. FYI. FY. And, okay, so the next part, I believe, is I'm going to do my star on there, or is it the shoelace? I can't remember. Anyway, flip it over. There's just a little bit of trimming to do on this one as well, on the side. Okay, but I forgot to cut out the part where the laces go, so I just take my little scissors and I'm sort of lifting and cutting and following the line that's underneath there. That actually worked perfect. So, okay, so yeah, I take this Chanel yarn and I cut 2 lengths of it the same length. And I start at the bottom and I glue down at the first marking of where the laces go. And then I just hold the lace up and I put glue on both dots, front and back, for each spot, and then crisscross the lace over. I'm going to slow it down here in just a second so you guys can see a little bit better. But this was to give it the effect of it being laced. I got glue on my star there. So there, see? Glue, glue, crisscross. And then glue, glue, and crisscross. And it's just gluing that, well, yarn down, but it's my lace. So it's the only thing that I had that was like black, and I really wanted black laces on this. Of course, it's also really soft looking, which softens this up a little bit. Anyway, you'll see. Okay, so then once I have that all up, I go to tie it in the front, like, and I'm like, no, that's dumb, it's gonna hang. So I tie on the side, and I just did a regular shoe bow, right? And then cut them and knot these, because the Chanel yarn will unravel. So I knot them and then trim them off just a little bit more. And I do these little, it's vase filler, but they look like almost like little diamonds. But you know, on a skate, it has the loop-de-loos that you lace it up with. And so she had used the push pin things for it, which were perfect. And I just was looking actually for mine, and I found these, and I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm going to use these. Just a little more sparkly on it. So it just kind of brought it up to a little more like Christmas sparkly is what I was thinking. Okay, so I do all that, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other lace. Other skate. Obviously, I don't show you that twice. I don't think I need to. I'm just pulling out glue strings there. And then I'm going to glue down my snowflake on the back side, basically right back where it was. And then we're going to top this off with a like furry topper on the skate. And so this was what I'm using. It was like a wine bag or something from last year that I bought for the material. And you could use, you know, the cleaning thingamabobbers. You could use anything. And then I have this white ribbon, which is really pretty because it has like a design on it, like a swirly design, like snow swirling almost. And so I was like, oh, that'll be perfect to hang the two together. So I just loop that through and hot glue it to itself. I do not cut it because I'm going to leave the piece connecting for the two skates. She used pearls, which was really cute. I opted not to because I'm actually going to hang it. Hers was stationary on a sign. So just glued those down, and boom, we have one skate done. And I'm going to finish off the other skate without you even seeing. And then I just knotted them together. And I think these were so pretty. I love them. I hope you guys love them as well. Okay, so these are small, but they're still round, same shape. And so I'm gonna just deconstruct these just to use the shapes. And so I'm gonna two-side them. One is gonna be silver and one's gonna be blue, using these bags as the stuff to cover these with. So anyway, first I have to deconstruct and then do some tracing and gluing. And I think I'm going to use some white ribbon and some sparkly tinsel stuff to decorate these once it's all done, and maybe some white beads or some white jingle bells. I don't know. We'll wait and see once we get there. All right. And I also think I'm going to use some white faux leather ribbon Maybe to make the hanger. I think so. All right, let's get going. I'm using my heat gun again. I'm gonna get all this stuff out of it. It came off pretty easily, actually, which is always nice. This is like a painted burlap that's on these, and just a little tiny bit of scraping. I mean, it came off super easy. And then just cut out a section of the bag and just used a glue stick to glue one side down, cut it out, and then did some trimming of it before I did the other side. So I just trim it down all the way around. You know, I watch people trace these all the time, cut them out, and then try and glue it down. You get it, it's much easier to trim around it, glue it down, and then trim around it, FYI. Because when you trace it and glue it down, you've got to get it perfect for it to go back on there perfectly. But if you put it on there and then cut it off, it's easier. Okay, so then after I did both of those, I got out my metallic markers, which did not want to really work, and I was like, oh, this is MDF. I should totally seal these before I paint them. So I got out my Mod Podge really quickly and just sealed the side. I didn't want just MDF on the side because I'm kind of making these, you know, three-dimensional so that there's decoration on both sides. So I do the Mod Podge on there, let that dry, and then come back. And I use my metallic silver marker to do the silver one. And you'll it's my metallic glitter markers weren't working well for this, so I used my metallic markers, a silver and a blue. All right, then I only had two of the metal pieces, and so I thought maybe it would look cute if the blue was on the silver. I would probably do this differently if I redid this craft, but that's okay. This is how I did it this time, so it's fine, because I used both of the metal pieces on the blue one, whereas I should have put the metal on the front of both of them. Oh well, okay, it doesn't matter. This is what I did. And then I had to get my holes through there once you put that on, by the way. You gotta make sure that you punch your hole through, because I'm going to use the ribbon instead of a leather one. I'm using the ribbon that was on the bags, and I'm using the blue on the silver and the silver on the blue. So reusing something that I pulled off the bags. All right, now this is just this iridescent kind of furnish thing. And so I cut a couple pieces for the top of the ornament, made a white ribbon bow, and I think I just did like 3 loops on either side. Glue that all down, then take another swag of that iridescent at some point, and I put it down the center of this. I did not do anything to the bags, as you guys can see. I didn't whitewash them and vintage them or age them or anything like that. I just left them as is, like a shiny Christmas ball, which I think is what it looks like. And then just I took another little swag and kind of did it in the center of these. And then final step was a little foam snowflake, actually, that are stickers, and one on the front and one on the back, just to give that little finish on the back. All right, that's it. I hope you guys like these as well, and thank you again, C, for the inspiration. I just love you, and I love your channel. Goodbye, darlings. This is a long video, isn't it? Okay, so anyway, this is my favorite. Will you guys please let me know down below which is your favorite? That was really fun. And please, please, if you don't know who CJ DIY is, you have to go check out her channel. Hello, my darlings. Love her. And she's just the nicest person in the whole wide world. Okay, so you guys, tell me, What was your favorite? It's got to be the skates, yeah? And thank you so much, C, for that inspiration. All right, everybody. Have a great day, great week, a great life. And Effingham, you were silent this morning. I know. I know. I talked a lot. You're right. Okay, so walking in a winter wonderland, everybody, from your singing crafty crafter, happy hunting at your local Dollar Tree. Bye, besties. Thanks for watching. See you back here tomorrow for day number 13.